Welcome to the Reese Report. I am Andrew Reese, and we are back. Yes, you see, this team, we have a new name for us now. We're called the JAGR FC crew. You see, we know you out there, you soccer fans, you're a little tired of ESPN FC. A lot of people don't like those pundits and they kind of, they bother us, they bore us. Sergio Faneca is not a real fan of them. So you know what? We're going to give you JAGR FC. And in case you're wondering what that means, it's Jose Andrew Gomes Reese. Okay? It's not Yarmer Yager. That's who we are. Okay? So this is our second review. And we're going to talk about the weekend games. And let's start her off. Jose, how are you doing? You like our nickname?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
All
Sounds
right.
great.
All right. So that's what we're going to do when me and you are on the show. So we're going to start off with the game of the week. In a lot of people's minds, but in my mind, is another game we'll get to. Man City 1, Chelsea 0. A little bit of a surprise here. I just wrote down that Pep's reactions to misses are amazing. Like he goes insane on the bench. He puts his hands over his head. He's nuts whenever his team misses a great chance. And then of course Pep gets a fluke reaction goal in the 53rd minute. They dominated this game. This was all Manchester City. They put on a show at Stamford Bridge. And they pressed the hell out of Chelsea and fully deserved the 3 points. What did you think of this game, Jose?
I agree with you. They pressed the hell out of them right away from the defense. They gave them no chance to play the ball around. They were pressuring them right away. A lot of turnovers by Chelsea. A lot of scoring chances by Man City were off of turnovers from Chelsea. Unlucky on the goal, a deflection off the defender.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, it was Man City had more possession of the ball. They had more shots on net. I think Chelsea didn't even take one shot on target. So
yeah,
it's not like they didn't deserve the game. And eventually Man City had the game under control. They had most of possession of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Chelsea didn't do anything. And I'm not liking that Timo Warner starting up front with the Lukaku up there. I don't think Timo Warner is a starting player for any team in the Premier League.
No.
I think he's just a waste of space on the team. I think they should get rid of him. And that's what it is, I think.
He should be a lot better than what he's shown. He has the ability, but I don't know what's happened to him in England, especially with Lukaku there. With his hold-up play, he should be a very effective speed striker. It just does not work out for him at all, and they're going to have to find someone to play up front with Lukaku. They have players; they're just not using them. So we'll see.
Sure.
We'll see what they use going forward. But certainly, Tuchel after the game was very concerned about how much they were dominated. So we'll see how they adjust to being pressed. Because Liverpool will do the same thing when they play them. To my favorite game of the week, a game I got wrong, but a game something that Jose got right. He said Ronaldo wouldn't score. What he didn't say was that Ronaldo wouldn't get a shot on target and wouldn't be a factor at all in this game, which is what happened. Villa, who has impressed all year long, gets a 1-0 win over Manchester United. Now, yes, we will get to penalty gate. But to start off, I'm going to say Harry Maguire, Jose got this one right. He's brutal on defense. He made a back pass early in this game, which should have led to a goal, and De Gea bailed him out. I'm not real confident at all in Varane on defense as well. So I think their back line is going to cause them problems all year long, and it's going to prevent them from winning anything. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get to it. I hate to do this to your countrymen, Jose, but Bruno Fernandes blazed one over the bar after getting a penalty. It happens. I thought the goaltender did a great job. I think it's the Argentina starter.
Yeah,
did a great job.
He likes to play mind games with the shooters a lot.
He was pointing at Ronaldo saying, "You should be shooting it. You should be shooting it." And Ronaldo's just standing there behind.
It was a bad shot. But Bruno Fernandes, I'm surprised he never takes hard shots. He always takes that little step up, like Jorginho type of thing.
He was
and
nervous.
He always places it in a quarter.
Yeah.
I don't think he was nervous. I just think he wanted to like hit it with most power and just
Yeah.
shut him up a little bit. But
Yeah.
it hit it bad and it went over the net. But besides that, like you said, like I said last week, Maguire, horrible defender.
Yeah.
David De Gea has been one of the best players for
Hmm.
Manchester United this year.
Yeah.
He's been saving their asses.
Yeah.
And the problem is with Manchester United is if they come up against a counter-attacking team like Aston Villa did, like they played them, they're horrible back there, and they're gonna give up
Yeah.
a lot of chances. Aston
Yeah.
Villa had so many chances, scoring chances to go up, and they could have been up already 2 or 3-0 before they scored their goal. It
Yeah.
was a nice set piece goal. I like the way
Nobody
they
went
did.
to him, Jose. Nobody,
No,
like he was by
yeah.
himself. Nobody even went to him.
Well, he got away from Cavani because Cavani was the one that was
Right.
man covering him, and it's just even in the first half they did the same thing. They rounded the whole goalie around the 6 yard box, and they got one guy coming out first post, and he just beautiful header right in the corner. No chance for De Gea.
Yeah,
But
I think Man U's going to struggle all year, not just defensively, but in their midfield. Like
oh yeah,
Pogba and
absolutely.
Fernandez are good, but they give you no defense at all. Matic is pretty old. And then Basaka's a foul waiting to happen. Their defense is not strong. De Gea is going to have to be remarkable for them to win
Yeah,
anything.
it's
Or
true.
they're going to have to outscore everyone. And, Ronaldo's a great player, but at 36, you can't rely on him to do everything.
Of course.
Mason Greenwood probably should have passed when he shot early in the game. He
Yeah,
had
there was a
Fernandez
couple of
open.
chances. Yeah, that's true.
So,
But he was one of the best players on Manchester. He was the one who was creating the most opportunities. He got a couple of nice shots away. The goalie made a couple of good
yeah,
saves. He missed the net a couple of chances. All in all, it was a pretty even game. Like
yeah,
it was up and down,
yeah.
but
Villa
Aston
got the
Villa
win.
came up
They
with
got
a
the three
big goal.
points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're a good young team, and they're very surprising. And they want to challenge for a European spot. So
Hmm.
they have wins like this away from at Manchester United. It's a big win for them.
This is going to be a very exciting race, I think, all year. There's about 6, 7 teams that are up there right now,
From one
including
to nine, from 1 to 9, it's only
including
5 points away
that's
from
right,
first place. It's
including
crazy.
the surprise of the year and the team we're going to talk about next. Now, I did mention that last week that this would be a draw. I
Yes,
did
you
end up
did.
taking the favorite because I didn't want to take draws. I'm changing that this week. I'm going to take draws. Brentford, who I said last week would give Liverpool all they can handle, and that's exactly what they did. They came back from 1-0, 2-1, and 3-2 down to draw Liverpool 3-3 at home. This is a very exciting team to watch. Liverpool, despite not giving up a lot of goals, have shown cracks on defense. Virgil van Dijk was guilty on 2 goals today in this game, and I just get the sense that they're pretty fragile back there, especially on set pieces. And
Yes.
they were paid. They were made to pay for it this time around.
All Brentford's goals were set pieces,
Correct.
basically, except the last one. It was all off of set pieces, off of
Yeah.
crosses inside the box, off of
Yeah.
free kicks, right?
Yeah. So
So
I think Liverpool's vulnerable at the back. And Jose, again, I got to give you credit. Diogo Jota, he's a good player. He finishes more complicated chances. He's very good with his head. But when
I'm
he has a
surprised he's
tap
been
in,
scoring.
like when
Oh,
he's
no,
a
forget about it.
disaster. Like
Forget about it.
another tap in he missed. He's just looking at the sky. He's smiling,
Yeah.
but it's like he can't miss those chances. He's missing
Even,
too many tap ins right now.
yeah, absolutely, and these are important chances that he has to bury them for Liverpool, and if they
Yeah.
want to win a championship,
Yeah.
and Salah too. Salah had some
Salah
great,
had a chip that went over
yeah,
the yep.
and went over the net,
Yep.
and that would have been a 4-2 game for them, but they didn't score, and then they ended
Yep.
up suffering that goal at the end.
Yep. So
So,
they had their chances. But Jota's excellent with his head. I gotta
oh
say,
yeah, I'm
for a guy
surprised.
that short, he's really
Yeah,
good with his head.
but it was a beautiful cross though.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know if it was Mane or Salah that's crossed that in. No, that was
Yeah.
a beautiful cross. All you had to
Yeah.
do was just flicker it in. It was nice.
Yeah. So 3-3. Brentford, unbelievable how they're playing right now. They go at you.
Yeah.
They've gotten contributions from a bunch of different players. They almost won it as Tony, our guy there, put one in the corner but was offside.
It's offside, yeah.
There were a lot of offside calls that almost led to winners. Wow, we're gonna get to one later when Burnley. Ooh, that was a close call, but we'll get to that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So Liverpool stays up top by 1 point. What a race we've got.
Oh, we do.
Yes. West Ham 2, Leeds 1.
Unlucky.
Leeds can't defend, but they played great. They're unlucky. But
Unlucky.
my God,
Unlucky.
this took a moment of magic from a guy who's over 30, who's been around, has been a good player, but has never played this well in his life. And Miguel Antonio comes back from suspension and
Suspension.
absolutely scores a beauty in the 90th minute. Leeds struggling on defense again. This was a great goal for the win for West Ham to beat them 2-1. Raphinha scored earlier in the 19th minute.
On a great play. Great play.
On a great play.
Yeah.
On a counterattack. That's how Leeds scores their goals. And then an own goal earlier in the game led to the 2-1 victory for West Ham. Great goaltending in this game. This could have been 5-4.
Yes.
The goaltending on both sides was excellent.
Meslier, the goalie for Leeds,
he
made some amazing saves to keep the team in the game.
Yeah.
And even what's his name? Fabianski too. He made some crazy saves in that first half to keep it 1-0. He made some nice save off of Raphinha's, off of Rodrigo's shot too.
Yeah,
but it was a nice goalie duel. But at the end, Miguel Antonio, what a goal, man!
Yeah, that was the difference in the game.
Hats off. Hey, he's the leading goal scorer. He's tied for the leading goal scorer with 5 goals.
He's had an amazing season.
He has, and he's been suspended too. So you got to give him some credit on that one too.
I feel bad for Leeds. They got 3 points from 6 games, and they deserve better. But they can't defend. And when you send that many players forward, you're going to get hit on the counter, and that's what's happening to them. To the London derby, we have. I don't know what happened to this team, but we're going to get into it. Arsenal just destroyed Spurs 3-1. This was a beatdown from the first 30 minutes on, and then Arsenal took their foot off the gas. It was all Arsenal. They countered, they passed the ball well, they set themselves up for nice goals. Smith Rowe, Aubameyang, and Saka were a great threesome up front. They got all the goals. Son got one back late on when Arsenal took the foot off the gas. But the story of this game is the awful form of Kane. He's unhappy clearly. He struggles early in the season, even when he was happy. He clearly doesn't want to be there. He just looked horrible. He gave up the ball on the third goal, and tried to sprint back and caused the goal to go in.
And then he gave it back to Saka to score.
I mean, he had a chance, a 1v1 where he missed the net. He's in horrific form. And if he's not producing for them, then they got no chance. I mean, Son's a really good player, but they only have 2 guys that can score. I believe Lucas Moura had a chance to hit the bar on a deflection, but Kane's just they're deploying him wrong. They're playing him in the middle of the field like a central midfielder, and he's struggling mightily. And I got questions about that coach, man. I mean, this is not the same Wolves coach that I saw.
No, absolutely not.
So
he came out after the game, and he even said it on an interview. He blames himself. He's the one who put the players. And you know who's also having a horrible season, and is Dele Alli. Alli,
that's 2 years in a row now. That's
2 years in a row. I don't know what's going on. He was such a great player before. Now all of a sudden he's just dropped.
Lost his confidence completely.
Yeah, he's just turning it like I don't know if it's with he's getting the bad vibes with the Harry Kane or something like that or whatever, or he doesn't like the coach. I don't know, but
no midfield.
It's no midfield at all. I told you, and the defense was horrible too. The first 2 goals were tap ins, come down the wing, pass across, and they were the same thing, and then just a shot in the net.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that they've played better without Kane, or the players are playing more towards his system without Kane, and now Kane's back and the team's down. I don't know what it is, but they're struggling. That's 2 straight 3-0, 3-1 games.
I think he's got to change the formation a little bit. I think he's just leave Kane up front by himself, and then maybe just drop back Son behind him, or put him on the wing. Or
Kane's got to play up front. I mean,
he does.
I don't know what they're doing.
Center mid. I know. That's exactly.
To me, I put Morrow and Kane on the wings, and that way you have speed, and Kane can get on the ball. I'm not really sure what they're doing here, because Kane can hold up the play. So
absolutely.
Bad loss for them, but Arsenal, run after losing the first 3. Nice run. So they look like they're back now that their transfer players are back. So we'll see.
Yeah, and they're healthy too. So
the manager was very happy. Celebrating like a crazy man,
of course.
Which we'll get to more celebrating after, when we talk about football and the Rams and the Bucks. That coach, I'm going to have a word about him, but we'll get to that on Wednesday. Burnley 2, Leicester 2. I think I called for a draw in this and then took Leicester. But I was right. Burnley did make it a game, and they scored on a couple of. I think one was on a set piece and one was on a counter.
Yeah.
Cornet with an amazing
A
volley.
volley.
Wow, what
Nice,
a goal
nice,
that was!
beautiful shot. And Jamie Vardy.
Vardy got a hat trick. One for his Burnley and 2 for himself.
To him.
Jamie Vardy. What a story! This guy was in Division 4 football. He got plucked out of there by what's the coach's name that won them the Premier League? Ranieri. Ranieri got him out of the 4th division, and I mean he's unbelievable. He's got 152 goals in the Premier League, and his finishing is outstanding. He knows exactly what to do. Yeah. He can head it. He can volley it. He can shoot from long distance. Along the floor, a perfect shot where the goalie just couldn't even. He had no chance. 2-2. Pope made a big error on the second goal. He shouldn't have come out. He should have stayed in his net, and he wouldn't have scored. So, but 2-2.
And Burnley almost won it with that offside goal at the end, but he was offside.
He was offside. At first glance, I'm like, wow, Burnley got robbed, but then they showed his foot after, and I'm like, okay, he's offside. But
they have to change that rule, the offside rule, with especially if it's a foot tied with the foot, because in soccer you play with feet, not hands. Because there's a lot of offsides that they call with because just their shoulder or their head is ahead of the play and stuff like that. I think they should change that rule. Just feet on feet. You know what I mean? Like if their feet's on the same line with the defender, then it's onside. I think they should change that rule.
At first glance, I thought that was a goal.
Yeah, me too. So, and then after we had to see it, thank God for VAR. You know what? There's a lot of fuck ups, but with the VAR, it does help out the games and the referees' decisions and stuff like that. So let's give thanks to that.
So Leicester having troubles at the back. Rodgers has some work to do, but a deserved draw, I believe, in this one. I can't believe Newcastle didn't win this one. Watching this game, they tied Watford 1-1 at home. Watching this game, I couldn't believe the chances Newcastle had. They had 2 1v1s. They had 2-on-1s. They had point blank chances. I can't believe they didn't win this game.
And Langstaff, that scored their first goal, had a wide open net to make it 2-0, and he just skied it over the net.
I could not believe it, and they were made to pay for it because Emilio Sarr, your favorite there, got the tying goal. There you go. Off a set play from a corner. But my notes for this was I couldn't believe the chances that were missed by Newcastle.
Hey, you got to give Ben Foster some props too. He made some big saves for Watford to keep him in the game. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Not much to say about this one. Everton gets a win at home, 2-0 over Norwich. They do have 4 wins in 5 games. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on Benitez, but I need to see more.
They've beaten the weaker teams.
They've beaten the bad teams.
You have if you want to compete, you have to beat the big teams. And against the big teams, they never end up showing up.
That's the thing.
And you know what? And Townsend has been having a good season, and he was picked up from Crystal Palace. So he's been having a good season. So
Decore is a nice player. He scored the second.
And Norwich, there was some big saves. There was some big saves from what's his name, Pickford. They outshot him on the shots on target. Norwich had 4 shots on target compared to 2 from Everton. So you have to give them. They had their chances, but Pickford makes some big saves.
Norwich is on their way down.
Of course.
Wow, they're just getting blitzed every game. A sad return for Norwich, to say the least. And finally. I believe this is the following day. We had, this is today. Wolves on Sunday beat Southampton 1-0 at home. A big win for Wolves. They've been producing a lot of chances and hadn't gotten the results. A very good story here. Raul Jimenez scores an amazing goal for Wolves. His first goal since his skull fracture. Great little goal, little deeks before, looked like a FIFA goal, and gets Wolves a big win.
And you got to give props to Jose Sa too,
Yeah.
the Wolves goalie. Made six big saves,
Hmm.
kept them in the game. He's the one
Yeah.
who kicked it up to Raul Jimenez on to hit him on the counter attack. He's the one who kicked up the ball.
Yeah.
And what was they finally they didn't play well, but they ended up winning the game. So and that's a big win for them, especially after we're coming off of the big losses to Man United in the last week too. So and they've been having problems scoring goals. So Raul Jimenez, that gives him a little bit of momentum too. It's his first goal back since
Yeah.
he got injured. So
Yeah, and if they're going to score, it's probably going to have to come from him. So
yeah, of course.
a lot of pressure on him, but a big win for Wolves. Today, I didn't see too much of this game, but I did see the goals. Brighton and Crystal Palace drew 1-1. Brighton's great start continues. Wilfred Zaha scored a penalty in the 45th minute. And then Mope tied it late, very late.
In extra time. Yeah.
To steal a point for Brighton, a big point. Some crazy late goals in this week, and that was one of them. So 1-1 in that one. And we have an incredible race. As Jose said, 9 teams within 5 points. One more week, and then we head into the international break.
Yeah.
And we have Champions League action coming out. We will cover Champions League, but not until at the knockout stage. I think we're going to wait till then. But there is a big game featuring Manchester City and PSG. I can't wait to see that. I hope Messi's fit.
Yep.
Both teams are on fire right now, but we haven't seen the best of PSG yet. They've
and
been
FC
winning
Porto
games.
plays Liverpool tomorrow.
That's right. FC
It's gonna be a
Porto,
really good
Liverpool. So there's some good
game.
games. If we have time, we'll talk about some of those next week. But let's get into next week's games. We'll start off with Everton going to Old Trafford. As Jose almost loses his phone, we'll go to Everton at Manchester United at Old Trafford. Jose, what do you think's happening in this one? Big game for Everton.
A big game for Everton, but a bigger game for Man United. They need a win, especially at home. But you can't be dropping points.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Man United in this one, and Ronaldo scores.
I've got a draw here. I got 1-1. I think Everton's big forwards, provided they're fit, can cause Man United's defense some problems. And therefore, I imagine a set-piece goal for Everton, and United gets one. So I say 1-1 for this one. And for whatever reason, Manchester United struggles at home. They're a much better road team. I don't know why that is.
That's true.
But they just seem to struggle at home. So I'll go 1-1. Norwich at Burnley. God, I don't know. What do you got here?
I got Burnley. I think Burnley is a better team, and Norwich is horrible. Until they buy some players and upgrade the squad a little bit. I don't think they're gonna probably ever win a game. I don't know. Unless I don't know.
I'm gonna surprise you with this one. I'm gonna call a draw on this one. I think Norwich gets a point. Pookie scores a goal, and Burnley gets one back. Yeah,
our boy Pookie name. Yeah,
right. So I'm gonna say 1-1, and Norwich gets their first point of the season.
Okay.
Southampton at Chelsea. We've seen Southampton play well against big teams. What do you got here?
I like Chelsea. I think they're gonna regroup from the big loss against Man City. I think they're gonna come out with more or less. I think more different game plan. It's a different team. Southampton doesn't have the major players like Man City, so I like Chelsea in this one.
Again, I will surprise you, and the only reason I'm doing this is because Chelsea will probably rest people after the Champions League this week. So I'm going to say a draw on this one because Chelsea won't put their best team out, especially against Southampton. I'll say 0-0. Southampton pulls off another draw against the big team.
Okay.
Watford at Leeds. Boy, does Leeds need a win? Who do you got here?
I like Leeds. I think they need, like you said, they need that big win.
Mm-hmm.
They've been tying a lot of games and losing a lot of close games. I think Watford team is a team that they can beat.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have more firepower going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Leeds at home.
And I am going to take Watford. I believe Watford will counter them and do enough to win. I got them winning 2-1. Until Leeds shows me they can defend, I'm going to go against them. 2-1 Watford. Newcastle at Wolves. Another big game for the middle table or the lower table. Who do you got here, Jose?
I like a draw on this one. I think
Okay.
these are even out teams. They both create chances, but it's hard. They have a hard chance of scoring goals, and so I like a draw on this one.
And I'm going to take Wolves 2-1. I just think Wolves after that win will gain some confidence from that and score a couple of goals. They've created so many chances. I think this is the time where Newcastle pays for how many chances they give up. So I'll go 2-1 Wolves. Big game here. Brighton at Arsenal. Who would have thought this would be a big game? Who do you got here?
I like Brighton at home, but I think it's going to be one of those tough games. But I think it's going to be a draw. I think the Brighton draws Arsenal at home.
Brighton draws Arsenal at home. I'm going. Oh wow, trying to think. I'm going to say a draw as well. I'm going to say 1-1. Tough game. I think I'm just going to call it a draw. I can't pick a winner in that one, so I'll say draw. Leicester at Crystal Palace. Wow, an interesting game. As you would think Leicester would be the favorite to win this one, but they've struggled early on defensively. Who do you got here?
I like a draw as well. I think they're two even teams. Leicester City, until they can prove their defensive play. I don't think I think they needed a couple center backs, like at least one center back to play back there. So I like a draw on this one.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick Brighton to beat Arsenal. I'm going to change that one. I like Brighton to beat Arsenal 2-1. Arsenal's a terrible road team. I at first thought it was in Arsenal. Since it's in Brighton, I'll take Brighton 2-1. In the Leicester game, I'm going to call Crystal Palace to upset Leicester 1-0. Crystal Palace is due for a win, so I'll take a chance and say they'll win this one. Villa at Spurs. Wow. Talk about a team in form against a team out of form. Who do you got here?
I wanted to say a draw, but I think Aston Villa is going to upset them.
They might even be favorite the way they're playing right now.
I really like that Aston Villa team. They showed me a lot the last game against Man United, and all season they've been playing very well.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a mixture of good young players
mm-hmm.
with some experience on the squad, and their coach he's a good coach too. So I like Aston Villa in this one.
I'm going to call a draw on this one. I think Spurs at some point have got to show up at home. I think there's a lot of pressure on them. So I expect them to fight hard in this one, but it'll be a draw of both teams fighting hard. Spurs is not as bad as they've shown, and Villa is probably not as good as they've shown. So I'll call a draw on this one. To my favorite team in the Premier League, Brentford goes to West Ham. Who do you got here?
I have a draw. I think they're both good teams, and they'll cancel each other out. So I have a draw.
I got Brentford for the upset. That's right. I got Brentford beating West Ham. They're both playing well, but this Brentford team, I'm a big fan. It is on the road, which will make it tougher. But I like this team a lot, this Brentford team a lot. I got them upsetting West Ham. And to the match of the week, Manchester City at Liverpool. You never walk alone, but when Manchester City comes to town, it's never alone. It's a wild match. We're going to one of two things in this game. We're either going to get a snore fest or we're going to get a game that's 4-3. So what are we going to have, Jose?
You're going to have a good high-scoring game.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
Especially with the Kevin De Bruyne coming back. You see the difference, even the game against Chelsea with De Bruyne in the midfield. He makes a big difference there. I think Liverpool's going to win this one. It's going to be a high at home. Liverpool's just a different animal.
Yeah.
And City's coming off is going to come off a Chelsea game or then a PSG game. So they're gonna be a little bit tired too. So I like Liverpool in this one.
I actually think the opposite's going to happen because of the Champions League. It's going to be a tired sort of snore fest, defensive fest. I expect 0-0 in this one, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be a draw of two tired teams, and we might see some players that don't play the whole game. I think we're going to see 0-0. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be one of those defensive struggles because of the Champions League earlier in the week. So that's our predictions. What do you guys think? Let us know what you think. I'm going to try to spread this video a little bit more so we can get us more watch. I'm going to try to find some Premier League sites I can put this on, see if people think we're idiots or we're smart, But I still think we're better than those guys at ESPN FC, it's not
okay.
too hard though, right?
No, it's not. It's not at all.
But we're trying our best here. But please subscribe, please watch, and please share our videos so other people can watch and subscribe. That's the whole point of this. We love doing this show. This is only the beginning. Hockey's coming, basketball's coming, and a JAGR is not done. We got lots to do still.
Got lots to talk about.
So we'll see you on Wednesday for our NFL picks. But for now, thank you for watching our EPL review. And we will see you next time, Wednesday, on the Reese Report. Thanks for watching, guys.